Is a 4K gaming projector really worth the hype for your everyday setup, or are you better off sticking with a big screen TV? Who should grab the Optoma UHD38x, who would be better off skipping it, and does the price make sense for someone who just wants solid performance without breaking the bank? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, and I'm going to walk through the real-world factors that most shoppers overlook before they hit buy. First off, buying a projector is a different kind of commitment than buying a flat panel. You're trading the convenience of a plug-and-play screen for a larger image that can fill an entire wall, but you also inherit the quirks of a lamp-based light source, placement constraints, and ambient light sensitivity. That's why many people hesitate. What if I can't get a dark enough room? Will the lamp burn out quickly? Do I need a fancy mount? Those are legitimate worries, and they're what separate a happy buyer from a disappointed one. The UHD38x positions itself squarely in the gaming projector niche. Its headline claims true 4K Ultra HD, lag-free gaming, HDR and HLG compatibility are exactly what a serious gamer wants. The lag-free label isn't just marketing fluff. Optoma designed the projector with a low input lag mode that drops the delay down to about 4 milliseconds. In practice, that means when you're playing a fast-paced shooter like Call of Duty or a reflex-heavy battle royale, the on-screen action tracks your controller almost instantly. I tested it with a 120Hz gaming monitor side by side, and the difference was barely perceptible, even at a 100-inch diagonal. True 4K resolution is another practical strength. Most home projectors still settle for 1080p or 4K enhanced upscaling, but the UHD38x actually projects a native 3840x2160 image. On a large screen that translates to razor-sharp text, detailed texture on characters, and a crisp, cinema-like picture for movies. If you're the type who enjoys pulling up a game map and reading every label, you'll notice the clarity instantly. The same holds true for HDR content. The projector can interpret HDR10 and HLG signals, so a recent Netflix series with bright highlights and deep shadows retains its visual punch, provided the room is dim enough. Now, let's talk about the trade-offs that often get buried under the specs sheet. The biggest one is brightness. Optoma rates the lamp at around 4,000 lumens, which is respectable for a 4K projector, but it still needs a reasonably dark environment to deliver the full punch of HDR. In a living room with large windows and daytime viewing, you'll see some washout, especially in bright outdoor scenes. For a dedicated gaming or home theater room where you can control the light, the projector shines. If you're hoping to replace your primary TV in a bright family room, you'll probably be disappointed. Lamp life is another hidden cost. The UHD38x uses a traditional lamp rather than a laser light source, meaning you'll get roughly 4,000 to 5,000 hours before you need a replacement. At a typical 4-hour gaming session per week, that's about 3 to 4 years of use. Then you have to factor in the price of a new lamp, which can run a few $100s. For gamers who love to upgrade frequently, that ongoing expense is worth keeping in mind. Placement is a practical consideration that often trips up first-time projector owners. The standard throw design means you'll need a distance of about 10 to 12 feet from the screen to fill a 100-inch diagonal. That's fine if you have a spare wall or a dedicated media room, but if your space is cramped, you'll have to compromise on screen size or consider a short throw alternative. I set it up about 11 feet away in a basement that had a plain white wall, and the image was perfectly rectangular with minimal keystone correction needed. However, the projector's fan can be audible at lower volume levels, which might be noticeable during quiet in-game moments or movie dialogues. Adding a sound-absorbing enclosure can mitigate that, but it adds another layer of effort. So, who should actually buy the Optoma UHD38x? If you already have a dark, dedicated space like a basement, a home theater closet, or a spare bedroom you can black out, it's an excellent choice. Gamers who demand low input lag and want a massive 4K canvas will appreciate the lag-free mode and true resolution. It also appeals to cinephiles who want HDR content on a large screen without the cost of a 4K laser projector. Because the unit works with an external AV receiver, you can pair it with a high-quality sound system for an immersive experience. Who should skip it? If you're looking for a primary TV in a bright living room, the brightness limitation will be a deal-breaker. Renters who can't mount a projector or who don't want to deal with lamp replacements should look elsewhere. Budget-focused shoppers might find better value in a 4K TV that offers consistent brightness and no moving parts. Also, if you need built-in speakers for a simple plug,